Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to cut up a whole chicken. All right, first things first, you're really going to need a nice sharp knife, which I don't have. The chicken skin made it a little challenging for me to cut up the chicken, but hey, I'm gonna do my best with what I have. So I am starting by removing the thigh and the leg together. It's easier to cut both pieces out as one and then separate them a little later on. This is my first time cutting up a whole chicken and removing the legs, the thighs, the wings, the breast, and the chicken tenderloin. I don't know why I never did it before. I did spatchcock a chicken, but I never cut up a whole chicken to fry all of the pieces individually. I normally would always buy them separately at the store. And so I really am proud of myself. And although it looks like I'm hacking the crap out of this chicken, I think I did pretty well. What are your thoughts so far? Look how beautiful I cut up those thighs and drumsticks. Now I'm gonna pop off the joint from the wing so that I can remove those. Honestly, I'm so glad that I did this now. I mean, I did it again after this video, and it's kind of like my go-to for preparing chicken. One thing that I would encourage you is don't be afraid to try new things in the kitchen. You know, whether you're doing a recipe for the first time, you may nail it, or it may be a fail and then you have to go back. But never ever be afraid to try something new in the kitchen, because sometimes some of the recipes or techniques are easier than they appear to be. So now I am going to go ahead and remove the breast. Now I want to make sure that the breast stays intact. I don't want to rip up that part of the chicken, and so I definitely need a new pair of knives. Actually, a new set of knives, not a pair. But hey, I got the breast off, and I think that in this my first time I did not separate the tenderloin from the breast. But the second time that I went ahead and cut up a whole chicken, I was able to see it and remove it and fry it separately. All right, so now I'm going to place all of the chicken in a bowl, and I'm going to set it aside. I'm also going to separate the thighs and the drumsticks, and there goes one little tenderloin that I was able to remove from the breast. And so once I separate these, I'm going to go ahead and rewash the chicken and then begin to season it for frying. I also used a freezer bag to store all of the remaining chicken bones and whatever flesh was left on those bones to make a stock. And I'm going to be making that for the first time, so make sure to stay tuned for that video. So now it's time to prep our chicken. I am going to use some buttermilk to kind of marinate the chicken, and I'm going to season it by using garlic powder, some rosemary. I'm also going to use some oregano, parsley. I'm also going to use some cumin. And basically you can season the chicken however you like. I'm just using what I have. I want to make sure that the chicken is flavorful. I'm also adding in a little thyme, and I'm gonna let this sit in the fridge marinating for about 30 or so minutes. But you can leave it marinating overnight. This truly helps the poultry to become tender, and it allows for it to lock in the moisture for a juicy mouthful. When you bite it, it's just gonna really, like, oh my gosh, it just tastes so good. So you want to give this a good mix, and again, you can season the chicken any way you like. I'm doing it my way, and I will show you how it's all gonna come together. Now it's time to prepare the batter or the flour for coating your chicken. Now I'm using 2 parts flour and 1 part cornstarch because the cornstarch gives it an added crunch. And I'm also gonna use about 1 cup, I think, of panko breadcrumbs. Now this is optional. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I love using it. And another tip is whenever you are going to coat your chicken, make sure that you season the flour, the breadcrumbs, the cornstarch, whatever you use to coat your chicken. You don't want bland chicken. Even though I did add seasoning to the chicken prior for marinating, you still want to season whatever batter you're going to use to coat your chicken. You want your chicken to be tasty, and you want it to be flavorful. Now that I have seasoned both the chicken and the covering, the flour, I'm going to use the Ziploc bag to coat the chicken. And so you're just going to add in pieces at a time, and then you are going to use your pan to deep fry your chicken. Now my cast iron grill is in need of some tender loving care, so I am also going to do a video on how to restore or how to care for your cast iron grill. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to deep fry it until the chicken is done. Thank you so much for hanging out with me as I fried my chicken. Now it's time for me to serve up dinner. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like this video. I'm working on lighting for my future videos with my new tripod because, as you can see here, I need better lighting. Until next time.